We are live. Hello, Melissa. How are you?
Good. How are you, Jay?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Kind of sad that vigil was really nice, but it was sad. It was nice to see her friends, sharing stories and things like that, but it's really still really sad.
Yes, I agree. It was nice. It was nice, they were all just talking about her, sharing stories.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. I hope that when it's my time that my friends would do the same thing because I think that's important to celebrate someone's life rather than, stand around being sad because that person wouldn't want you to be sad. So,
Right.
so tonight, actually, thank you for you guys for joining, everyone who's here. Sorry about putting this off from last night. I know everybody was expecting it, but Melissa and I, we want to protect the integrity of the case and of, the people that we're talking to as well. So we had to make sure that what we were sharing wasn't going to do any damage because we all want to see Megan behind bars. So, with that being said, Melissa, you want to give the little quick disclaimer?
Yes, I will. So we have a source that we've been talking to. It's a close friend of the family. We don't want to give out any names, to out of respect for this person. So I think it's a close friend of Megan's family. And they were giving us some information. Um, The main thing that we found out was the family distanced themselves from Megan because they found out she was crazy, a lot of drama. So they kind of distanced themselves from Megan.
Which is crazy to hear, right? And by no means are we saying, the family knew she was capable of something like this. I
Right.
think that, a lot of drama can mean a lot of things if we believe that she had a drug problem prior. I mean, that could be a source of drama. There could be a lot of things that went on that made them kind of distance themselves from her and their children from her. Um, so with that being said, we did find out that one of her siblings, this is Megan we're talking about here. One of Megan's siblings spoke to her about a week prior to this happening. Um, this sibling also has a child. And, or no, I'm sorry, I'm reading that wrong. It was a sibling and their spouse that was talking to Megan, and Megan was on a video chat with them, right, Melissa? It was a video chat.
Yes, a video chat. And they said that they got to see Megan's baby. And
Yes.
they talked with Megan, as if she was a mother. She seemed happy and normal.
Right. They said happy and normal for her, which is kind of interesting to say, right? Happy and normal for her. So, they thought she was a little bit crazy. But she did, yeah, she talked like she was the mom of the baby and
I
was
would really
showing
like
her
to
off.
know what their definition of crazy is. Like, I would like to know what she did.
Right, right. That's what I'm saying. Like this could all stem from drug abuse or,
Right.
anything, money problems. I mean, anything could, make them say that. So I don't think that they knew she was capable of something like this. But we will get to why one of her siblings. This is going to be the end of the show. Why one of her siblings refused to put their baby's picture on social media to show Megan the baby's picture or the baby. So that's going to be the grand finale of our info tonight. But so we'll save that for last. But yeah, they visited her a couple of months before this happened. 2 to 3 months prior, one of her siblings visited her. And they said that she looked pregnant. She walked pregnant. They believed that she was actually pregnant. And now here's the crazy thing. Okay, here's the crazy thing, Melissa. And I don't know if you caught this, but when they saw her, she wasn't like doubled up on clothes. She wasn't, wearing a massive amount of clothing. She was wearing form-fitting, like a cami, like a form-fitting cami tank top
with spaghetti straps. Yeah,
with spaghetti straps. Yes.
Yeah.
And that it was form-fitting to her belly, and they really believed she was pregnant.
I don't know how she pulled that off. I don't know if she had
Me
a fake
either.
stomach
Oh my
or
God.
she just gained the weight and pushed out her stomach.
I'm not sure. Yeah, someone in chat just asked, did anyone touch her belly? That I don't know. I mean, that would be a good question to ask Chris Green, right? Did he touch her belly? Did he feel the baby moving? I don't know.
I would like to know that question too. Like, where was he at during the birth? I know he was out of town a lot.
Yeah, during the birth, I'm not sure about that. But we do know that every time that Megan supposedly had a doctor's appointment, it was when he was out of town. We know that for a fact, that when she told him she was at the doctor, it was when he was gone. So just to back up, this is Jay. Everybody's like, who are we talking to? Someone said, who are we talking to? This is Jay and Melissa. Melissa is the J is for Justice producer.
Producer.
She officially has that title. Oh, okay. So, opinionated Oma, a week before Heidi and Margot were kidnapped or a week before Heidi and Margot were found? I don't know what she's asking.
Oh, I think she wanted to know because a week before all this happened with Heidi, Megan was on the video chat with a relative a week before all this was exposed, or a week before Heidi went missing.
Yeah, that was a week before the video chat. Yep.
Yes.
Or maybe that it wasn't a week before Heidi was taken because she wouldn't have had the baby. Maybe a week before.
Right. Probably, yes.
Yeah.
When she, yeah.
So we just got this info 2 days ago. So I would say like a week. You know what I'm saying? Like he's talking the week in that she was missing. She's talking about the week. 7 days. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yes, it does make sense.
Woodland Park Underground has pregnancy pillows at Walmart, bought on Black Friday. Okay, so hang on. So apparently this is just in. He wasn't in town for the birth either. So she went into labor, I use air quotes, labor, while he was out of town. Every doctor's visit and then the birth was when Chris was out of town.
And don't forget, Caressa did say that Megan did give birth at a birthing center.
Yes, a birthing center. Not a hospital, but a birthing center where, it's all natural. So I don't know why would she say birthing center versus a hospital, you think?
To be honest, I've never even heard of a birthing center until she said it, but I would assume, so I don't know what they do at birthing centers or how they work or anything. So I don't know if maybe they keep things private, no records. Maybe it's something they could, a midwife come to the house and help her.
Somehow there was a reason why I think she used that. There's got to be a reason why. She did not use a hospital. Maybe because she didn't want people visiting. Maybe they don't do visitors
Right.
at places like that where, it's
Also,
more of a
I want
private
to
setting.
know about a birth certificate. I wonder if she had one of those for the baby.
I don't know. We did find out that, those can be bought.
Yes, they can.
Um, all right. So, as far as that goes, where were we?
I know you can also buy ultrasound pictures too.
Yes, you can.
I wonder if Chris ever asked to see those too.
So here's another thing we found out. The family feels really bad. Okay, they do. They feel bad because they started talking to her more when she had told them that she was pregnant. When she said she was expecting a baby, they started talking to her more, video chatting with her more. And during that week, she showed them the baby. So it was more than one family member who saw the baby. And remember when we were talking to Carissa, she was like, she never even showed me a picture. I
Right.
wonder why. Because the people who knew what Heidi's baby looked like didn't get to see. They didn't get to see Megan's new baby.
I wonder though if anyone in Megan's family knew what Margot looked like.
I don't know. Probably not. I mean, I don't know. I
Because if
can't.
she was willing to go on a video chat, I'm sure they would have noticed.
Oh, you
Because I
would.
thought maybe they would, because Megan and Heidi were really close friends for a very long time. So I would think maybe, someone in Megan's family was friends on Facebook with Heidi and seen pictures of Margot.
Maybe, but it was still so new.
Right.
Hang on one second. Everybody seems to be having, a lot of people keep having sound issues. Why do we have no sound?
There's no sound.
Well, some people are saying the sound is great. Some people are saying there's no sound.
I would refresh coming back.
I'm not sure why they have to keep refreshing though. They shouldn't have to do that.
They asked to slow the chat down too.
Yeah, I'm on it. I'm just not sure why they have to keep refreshing it. They shouldn't have to do that. I mean, I'm hardwired plugged into my internet.
Everyone's saying it's good now.
Okay, and I slowed down chat, so everything should calm down. I think it is raining here though. I don't know if that has any. Okay, so we're fine. All right, so moving forward, what else did we find out? I know the media has been hounding. I mean, that goes without saying. There was one thing that about the call that came in, the tip. Who tipped off police? We've heard that Chris tipped off police. We heard that the family called the police. Who else? What was the other rumors about who called in?
I think it was just Chris, the family, and I think that's all that was said.
That was the two. Okay.
Mhm.
So just to
Or
let
maybe
you know.
a neighbor, I
Oh, a
think.
neighbor. Yeah, that was something else that was thrown out there. We don't know if a neighbor called. We don't know if Chris called. But we do know that the family did not call. We got confirmation that the family did not call in any tip to the police. They did not suspect that Megan did anything like this. Why would Chris call the cops to his own house? We don't know. Oh, Little Shorty said neighbors called the police. It was on a live stream when they were asked. I never saw that. Little Shorty, if you have that link, if you could email that to me at jisforjustice@gmail.com. Well, Teresa, of course the FBI knows. I mean, that goes without saying, but we're not going to get that information. So we're ruling out what we can. You know, we can only do so much. So we're ruling out.
I don't think we're going to find out for the next 30 days because the
No,
judge has everything sealed.
we're probably not going to find out until the trial. If she doesn't plea out. I'm not sure why the sound keeps going out and people have to refresh. Cecilia, I think we just gave you some new information. Thank you. Let's. Oni's trying to mess up my sound.
Oh gosh.
It shouldn't. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Claire's like, I'm in Ireland and the sound is good. I'm thinking it must be a YouTube thing. So, I mean, there's 800 people in here, so I don't know. Okay, so what else, Melissa?
Someone said in chat, I heard from D-Wop, it was her family calling Tippin.
Oh, yeah, I did. I heard that too. But we did confirm no one in Megan's immediate family called the tip-in. And just so you guys know, we confirmed our source. Like, we're not just listening to anybody who sends an email, you know? Isn't that the truth, Megan? Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry if you're having sound problems. Well, love and life at home. It's going to be hearsay until we have all the facts, right? So from here on out, everything in the media, everything that's reported, because this case is sealed, is going to be hearsay. So that's what we're going to be talking about until we know for sure, you know, until we get the facts. Right now, what we're doing is we're getting facts from the family. And I mean, you can take that for what it's worth. I don't think any of this that we're saying is anything they would lie about. You know what I mean? It's not like we're really spilling the beans here. We're just giving some details and clearing up some things. Okay, so what else do we have? The family does not know who called. That's another thing. The family doesn't know who called the tip. They weren't told. That's what I was told. What else, Melissa? Am I forgetting anything?
What about the family? They do think someone did help her, but
Yeah,
they don't
that's
believe it's Chris
uh,
Green that helped, not the boyfriend. They believe it's someone she did have help, but they don't know by who.
so that might be something to do with maybe the second person that we don't know. I mean, we heard someone else was in custody, but we haven't heard anything else. So we don't even know if we don't even really know if that's true, if there's a second person in custody. Like that hasn't been confirmed. So, Melissa, did we clarify if the police were called first or if CPS was called first? Because I thought the police brought CPS there because of the baby. I thought it was a tip to the cops and then CPS was brought in by the police.
Yes, that is correct.
So the initial call
Yeah.
didn't start with CPS.
I think it did though.
It did.
I don't think it was to the police. I think it was a tip to CPS. I believe.
See, so we don't know that for sure.
And then I know they had to wait for a search warrant.
We just had a subscriber, Christopher Green. I don't know if it's really Christopher Green or a troll, but
I'm sure it's a troll.
I don't know. If you're the real Chris Green, please stand up. So they think that someone helped, but they don't know who. But we don't really know why they think that. Do they think that because they're in denial and they really can't fathom that their sister, daughter, whatever would do this?
That's what I'm thinking.
I mean, could that be?
Or they couldn't think she did it, on her own. She couldn't.
Right.
It just doesn't make sense. I'm just still mind blown that it was a friend of 24 years that did this.
Yeah, me too. And I think they are too. And maybe that's why they think she had help. I don't know.
Well,
But yeah.
also there's
there has been, that's another thing.
rumors.
What? Go ahead.
There's rumors going around that there is video footage of Heidi getting in the back seat of a car. And I believe Megan was driving or she was in the passenger or vice versa, and someone else was in the car as well.
And where did that come from?
The Facebook, the internet.
Oh, someone said that in the group?
Well, it's been going around for a while. Well, I did read on an article, they do have video surveillance.
I'm just wondering how anybody would know that unless they were in on the investigation, right? I don't think.
Well, just like how do people know that she was drugged with a Starbucks coffee?
See, they don't. And that's all speculation in my eyes because I haven't heard any of this. How would anybody know that?
Right.
Like there's no proof to that. Like
the tests take what, about a week or two to come back, the tax screen? So I mean, how would they even know? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's just it's piggybacking off another case. That something that happened in another case.
Right. I believe so.
Yeah. And I know that you guys, what we're sitting here saying is like, oh, hearsay. But I want you to know that we did verify the source. We're not just spewing, you know what I'm saying? So know that we verified. We wouldn't be sitting up here saying these things if we didn't verify them as fact is coming from the family. Now the coffee and the second person in custody, we obviously can't say yes or no because we don't know. No one's brought that to us. The next court date is January the 2nd.
I read that she wasn't even going to be at that court date.
Someone get rid of Kelly Bell. I got it. Yeah, so other YouTubers are running with rumors, and this is not rumor, so. God, chat is moving so fast, I can't do it. Thank you, Sleuth. We need a nickname for Megan, because how do you spell her name, really? Woodland Park Underground, you're good with nicknames. Actually, I've given Woodland Park Underground his nicknames. Mm. Does anyone know if Shane was at the vigil?
I think I seen someone put that he was there, or they seen him on the video.
They were friends for almost 20 years. I wouldn't be surprised if Heidi got in the car willingly for Megan. I know. Let me slow chat down some more. It's really flying. Really, Georgia dog? So anyhow, let's see. Okay, so they did say that they heard there was some video of someone else driving, but they didn't say where they heard it. God. Okay. Did you hear me?
No.
Oh, okay.
I just still can't get over her wearing the tight clothes and the stretch pants. And
me either, but you know, I was thinking about that, and I was thinking, if she gained a bunch of weight, I mean, we know she did, because
well, yeah, look at that mugshot, August 2018 till now.
Yes,
so she did
in a
gain
year.
a lot of weight, and that was probably on purpose.
Yes, could have been. I never thought of that. But I could see where if she gained a bunch of weight, because she was real thin, where if she wore one of those camis and had a belly, I don't know, it's really weird. The whole thing is just crazy.
And everyone wants to know too, how did they
Hey, Twilight, how did
get her in the car?
Okay, so let's do a quick recap. Melissa, can you recap for everybody?
Yes.
Are you kidding
so
me?
we have what?
No, nothing. Go ahead.
Oh, so we have a source that's a close friend of the family. They told us some information about Megan, how she's a lot of drama, she's crazy. Also, how they did see her and she did look pregnant. She had the belly and everything, didn't hide it, wore loose, tight clothing. They did video chat with her and she showed the baby. And they visited her about 2 to 3 months prior, and she did look pregnant. She wobbled around. Everyone believed it. The family didn't call the tip-in. They don't know where that came from. They believe someone else helped her. They don't know who yet, but they also said they don't think it's Chris Green. And
I was thinking about the wobble. Someone said in chat something about her wobbling around. You could fake a walk.
Yes.
when your
Mhm.
family comes over. If you're playing the part of being pregnant, you can definitely fake a pregnant wobble if that's what you're trying to do.
I mean, I'm sure she had this calculated and planned for a while. So she probably had everything down to a T.
So I'm not quite sure why they think that someone else helped, but they don't think it was Chris. Is it because Chris had an alibi? He was out of town.
I think so. Hmm. But how is he? I mean, he was at the house because I think he was detained and questioned, and then he was let go.
Yeah, so I'm not quite sure where I mean, he may have come home, but that would have been pretty fast.
Right.
That would have been pretty fast, like from the time they raided to him being questioned and released. Like they released him very quickly.
Yeah, we didn't get his timeline of when he left out of town, when he came back, how long he
Mm-mm.
was gone for.
We don't know any of that. No.
And I think also they said that, the way Megan parked was normal, how she was parked like that.
That was
So that's
normal?
why, yeah. So that's why he didn't suspect anything.
Cruise Boston said Megan left body and trunk for a week because she had no help. That is very true.
Or she probably just didn't know what to do. Or we don't even know how long she was deceased.
Right? Right. But they
We
have
don't have
her, don't they have her date in her obit as
the 19th,
the
but that's the
19th?
day she was found, that Thursday.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if they know the date of her death yet, but the 19th was the day she was discovered.
Hmm. So apparently, Christy said that she's under the understanding that Chris and her were not together and he was trying to get her out.
Yes, I did read that he wanted her to leave. He didn't want her living there, but she kept telling him that she was pregnant.
Hmm.
So I think he felt bad for her.
Yeah, she pulled the pregnancy.
Yes.
So did she feel so desperate that she made up this huge lie? Did she feel so desperate and not coming out with the truth, or you know being caught not being pregnant, that she went to these lengths? I mean,
Well, that's the thing.
was
I
it
want to know.
something she planned, Melissa, or was it something? I mean, what was she going to do when you tell your boyfriend that you're pregnant, right?
Mhm.
Like in 7 months, so you're just pregnant. What does someone like that do? Are they like, oh, maybe I'll just lose the baby later on? Or, did they think about like the outcome? Like, I'm going to have to come up with a baby now. Or I'm going to have some other excuse or come out as a liar. So did she do this for more than one reason? Like, did she do this for more than just keeping Chris? Did she do this somewhat for her family? The family started talking
Yes.
to her more when she was
Right.
pregnant. Maybe because they had pushed her away, this also brought her family closer to her. And in desperation and it being easy, Heidi's baby. So could it be, could it be that she really didn't think this through when she told Chris she was pregnant?
Well, that's what I want to know too. What did this stem from? Was it because she, like you said, he wanted her gone? Or, I mean, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense how this all started. Like, was she really pregnant for the 9 months? Or I want to know. There's so much I want answered, though. It's
Since pic of Chris was on baby registry, I wonder if Chris even knew about the fake registry.
well, wasn't that made on December 1st, anyways?
Mm-hmm. It was either made on the 1st, or she said her due date was the 1st.
See, and also the crib in January. I wonder if she was pregnant before and had a miscarriage.
Right. I just want to clarify in chat, this was never an interview. This is information that we're just talking about, that we received. There's no interview with anybody tonight. I mean, maybe Megan couldn't have kids.
Well, I did read a lot that she had something wrong with her. I think it was a tumor, or I really can't remember what it was. But that's why they were saying that she was gaining weight, male features, couldn't get pregnant.
Hmm. I mean, there could be a lot. Yeah, she did it to keep her man. I get that. But I also think that she had some family dynamic issues. And I think that it brought her family closer to her. Well, which we know. So I think, did we cover everything except for the very ending?
Yes,
Pretty
I think
crazy.
so.
So I just wanted to let everybody know that there have been no murder charges for Megan yet. I did hear someone, I don't know, a couple people messaged me and they were like, I heard that she was charged with murder. Is that true? No, it's not. I'm not sure why that is.
Is that because there's not enough evidence, or is it because of a second person being involved? I thought she would have been instantly charged with murder.
Me too. So yeah, just to confirm, there has been no murder charges, and Megan's family did not call in any tip about the baby. They did not suspect it wasn't Megan's. She video chatted with them. She showed it as her own. She was acting like the baby's mother. They didn't think it really wasn't her child. So there's no murder charge on her docket right now. I'm sure that will change. I don't know what they're waiting for. They're obviously waiting for something. The DA's office is waiting for something. Oh, okay. That could be it. BG. Do you see BG's comment, Melissa? Something
Oh, I
about
thought they
county.
did. Well, didn't they transfer her to Austin? So I thought that was determined.
Or I think that's because that's where the kidnapping took place.
Right.
Was in
and
Austin.
That's what she was. Yeah, that's what she was charged with anyway. So that makes sense. Yeah, maybe Megan's not speaking, and that's why she can't be charged with anything, because they don't know what happened, where it took place, how. I mean,
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, that's very plausible. They know where she was taken from, though. So does it really matter what county she actually passed away in? I don't know. And yes, they do have the death penalty in Texas. They don't fuck around in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you will get the death penalty and you will die in Texas. So last but not least, it's about the Megan's sibling, the one that had just had the baby. You remember that?
All the reasons.
Uh-huh. Go ahead.
Okay, so the reasons, it was a sibling, right, that didn't want the pictures up of the baby on Facebook, was because she has always been crazy. Family stays away for most of the part. And then also, the family member had a dream that Megan stole her baby and it freaked her out, so she didn't post anything on Facebook.
Her sibling had a dream that Megan stole her baby. This is fact. That creeps me out.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but that gives me chills. So can anyone clarify if she has a public defender or if she has a hired attorney?
She has a public defender. I think the name is Jackie Woods, I believe.
No. Wait. Touched by an Angel? No. No siblings were involved.
Yeah, she has a public defender and her name's Jackie Woods.
No, I was told it was a sibling. It was a direct sibling. I just think that's crazy that she would have a dream like that. And then for this to happen. Well, if you guys want to say sister-in-law, I don't know what to tell you. I was told it was a direct sibling, not an in-law. It was a direct sibling. I mean, take it for what it's worth. If you trust me and you trust my channel, you'll know that I'm not going to, say anything that I haven't confirmed. So. The earthbound spirit is on the same page. Mildly sunny. I'm assuming that it was before they went missing. I hope that this trial, if it goes to trial, is televised, though. No, we can trust that they're not just trying to get involved. This isn't for notoriety. This isn't for anything like that. This is information we've had for a few days.
Mm-hmm.
Megan has 9 siblings. And the youngest is 9 years old. Oh, Ashley just put the lawyer's info in there.
Yeah, Jackie would.
So Megan's family did not hire an attorney for her. She got public defender. All right. I guess we can take a few questions in chat and see if we can answer them. There's some things that we can't talk about.
I also read that Jackie Wood, her public defender, is trying to get her to plead insanity.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So Maxine, just to go back, we did talk about that, and Chris and Megan were not together at the time. So they were sleeping in separate rooms from what we were told. I've never heard that he was living somewhere else, but I can't say that. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if my title. Sorry, go ahead.
He's living somewhere else now, but while this was going on, no, he was living in the house with Megan. But now the house is vacant and he's living somewhere else now.
You can find the other interviews right here on my channel. Just go to my videos. Yeah, we're not sure about the baby boy clothes on that registry, are we?
No. I mean, they were neutral colors, weren't they?
Thank you, Twilight Zone. Well, the boys' stuff was like, it was boys' shoes. There was some boy clothes. And then there was some gender neutral stuff, but.
I mean, she could have been trying to pass Margot off as a boy for the time being until.
I mean, we never, yes, just for you. They had a baby. I don't know how long before that. I'm sorry, what were we talking about?
The boy clothes on the registry? The baby clothes?
Yeah, I was just thinking that what if she was pregnant with a boy? What if that was true? And she lost the baby and didn't tell anybody and took Heidi's.
I mean, there's a lot of questions.
I mean, we could go
it's
down the rabbit hole, you know.
Was she pregnant? Was she ever pregnant? Was it all fake? Why did she do it? I mean, we can sit here and speculate all day. And unfortunately, now we're not going to get the answers probably for a long time. Like you said, probably not even till the trial.
So all we could do is bring you what's brought to us. And it's definitely not going to be just random emails we get. I just want everybody to understand that.
Someone in chat said, didn't Chris announce baby girl?
Never heard that.
Neither did I. Someone said maybe she planned on taking a different baby and it didn't work out, so she took Heidi and Margot. I mean, that's a possibility. Maybe she,
There's so many possibilities, you know.
Right.
And we just wanted to come live and just share this information. If everybody thought that there was a family friend coming on, I apologize if the title was a little misleading. I wasn't trying to do that. I just meant that we had new information from a family friend. So thank you, Melissa, as always, for all your hard work.
No problem.
But yeah, I mean, we'll bring you guys whatever we get. And no, it has not, Solo Cat. It has not. They're keeping me updated though. Oops. Thank
It's
you,
just hard right
Janice.
now because, you know, we're not going to get any information. I mean, from the news or the media.
Well, and I think that now everybody is going to be clamming up. I think that
Right.
they've got lawyers, and I don't think we're going to get a whole lot leaked. So, but we will bring you whatever we can without, jeopardizing the case.
She stole the baby on the full moon.
Yeah, I read that. Someone else said that on one of my comments on one of my videos. They said it was a full moon that night, and she said the baby's name was Luna.
Someone said he put on Twitter or something to pray for my baby girl on December 8th.
Who did?
I'm assuming Chris Screen put on his Twitter, pray for my baby girl.
Oh, I never saw that. Yes, Trina. Yes. All right. Well, if you guys you're going to be able to replay this. I'm leaving this up. So if you missed out and you didn't join right in the beginning, go ahead and replay it. So I'm going to go ahead and end here, Melissa. But thanks a lot for all that you do.
No problem. Thank you for having me on.
All right. Bye, French Room.
Bye.
Everybody, enjoy the rest of your Saturday night. We'll talk to you soon.